So I'm doing these tasting episodes to help you make your buying decisions more easily. And I've been drinking wines for a half century. And I've been collecting wines and in the wine business for over 4 decades. So hopefully all my past experiences will help you make better buying decisions. Today, we're going to review 10 wines. And I've been tasting a lot lately, drinking a lot lately. All these wines are wines that I've drunk at meals or over friends' houses where we eat and we drink wines. Tasting is, I'll tell you when I taste. Tasting is like a kiss on the cheek at night after you have a date. Yeah, that's when you taste. When you drink, it's like making love. So that's the difference, in my opinion. You find out a lot more by drinking than by tasting. It's just reading the forward in a book instead of reading the book. So the first wine is a cellar selection, is Domaine Ponceau Chambolle Musigny Les Charmes 2005. And Laurent Ponceau is very, very famous, very, very aristocratic, and is considered to be a great winemaker in Burgundy. And the 2005 vintage is a very, very excellent vintage, and it's aging very well. And a lot of the wines need more time. Ponceau's wines, for me, I don't know if it's me. They're very ripe. There's a lack of something in the middle of his wine. Some of his wines I like a lot, and others leave me hanging in the middle. And this wine leaves me hanging in the middle. Now, maybe it'll fill out, and these wines are going to age a long time, the 2005s. But that's just how I feel about this. And you know, I was with a bunch of other Burgundy people who are Burgundy experts, which I don't consider myself, but they felt the same way. The second one is Ridge Geyserville, 50th anniversary, 2015 vintage. And as I said, Ridge, to me, is the greatest vineyard wine company winery in California, just by their track of making great wines over such a long period of time. And they make great Zinfandels. I think they make top flight Zinfandels, as does Carlisle and as does Bedrock. And this wine, the 50th anniversary, rich filled with fruit and going to age very well. I have some magnums of this wine too in 2015. And outstanding Zinfandel. Outstanding, not porty, not over the top, not overly alcoholic. The third wine is Volapia Colasala, 2015. I like this producer. This wine, I think, is 95% Sangiovese. And I liked it, but I think it's very dumb at this stage, and maybe it needs a little more time. I would rather go with the straight Chianti Classico because of its purity. This wine maybe needs more time. The fourth wine is a Kirkland wine, Costco's signature, Kirkland signature wine, and it's a Napa Valley blend, 2020, and it's like $10, $12. So I just pick it up. You know, I go to Costco, and I always pick up the Kirkland to see if they're any good, because generally they're very inexpensive. And I picked this up. It's well made, but it's made from 5 different grape varieties, and I don't know why they bothered, to be honest. There's no interest in the wine for me. I can't tell any of the varietals. None of them sticks out. The wine's okay, but you got to give me a spark. You got to give me a spark. And there was nothing there for me. At that price, but still, there's like other ones. Number 5 wine is La Pierre Morgon. And he's considered to be one of the great makers of Beaujolais and one of the leaders in going natural in the vineyard, not not using chemicals, and he's made some great wines, and I've been drinking his wines a long time. But lately, I haven't been that impressed. Maybe it's me. I'm missing that overt fruitiness, and sometimes the wine seems just to be a little unexciting. And I need a cut in Beaujolais. I need that acid cut, and I need the fruit. And maybe these wines need more time, but I'm very reluctant to recommend it. And the wine's good, but it's $30 nowadays. So there's other Beaujolais you can try, but you should try La Pierre, and maybe you'll love it. I don't know. The sixth wine is a Spanish wine from Rioja Alta, Vina Ardenza. And it's a Reserver Selection Especial 2010. And Rioja Alta is one of the great wineries in Rioja in Spain and maybe in the world, along with Lopez in Rioja. Those are the two vineyards that stick out. And 2010 is a great year, most often mentioned with 2001. And they make wines from high up their vineyards, and they use this one is big, rich, going to need more time. It's 12 years old now. It's big, and there's a lot of fruit in the wine. There's a lot of minerality in the wine, and it's going to be a classic. And you can try it now, but you're going to get hit the peak in about 5 years. But these wines age very well, and they're delicious. And you want a great example of old style Rioja? That and Lopez. Great producers of Rioja. The seventh wine, which is a cellar selection, is a Chablis, Louis Michel, Boudereau, Vignabine. And Vignabine means old barns. And this is the 2016, which is not considered to be a great white Burgundy vintage. The 17s and the 14s and the 20s are considered to be great wines. But I tried this wine. It's delicious. It's round in the mouth, very minerally. It's got that streak of nerves in it that awakens your palate. And Louis Michel uses very little wood at all, and most of the time just stainless steel. And you get white flowers out of his wines, and you get that minerality, that limestone chalkiness, and nervousness in your mouth. And this wine, I was shocked how, even though it's a 16, if it was a 17, I would say, yeah, that's a 17 or a 14. But it was delicious, and it was under $50. The eighth wine is Inglenook Cask Napa Valley 2012. Now, Inglenook was probably the pioneer of outstanding California wines. Back in the 40s and 50s, they were making great wines. Captain Niebaum, I believe his name was, German captain of a ship, bought the estate, and he made great Cabernets. And you go back, some of the greatest early wines were Inglenook wines until they were sold to a conglomerate, and then they got to be garbage. So go forward, Francis Ford Coppola, the famous wine director, producer, bought the estate. He loves wine. And he refurbished the whole Inglenook estate and hired very good winemakers and spent millions and millions of dollars in them trying to restore Inglenook back to its former glory. And this wine is very good. It's ripe, it's big, it's luscious, and very California. And I'm looking forward to tasting some more of these wines. And he's definitely on the right track. and he will restore Inglenook to its proper place in wine history. Number 9 is an Argentine wine, Catina Malbec High Mountain Vines, 2019. And I'm a fan of Catina. I've been drinking, and I love their Chardonnays. Some of their Cabernets are excellent, and I enjoy their wines, and I consider them to be the top winery for a vast selection of wines. And this Malbec is delicious. It's not too over the top. Delicious fruit, good balance, and for under $20, line them up, serve them, steaks, everything, rich meals. I liked it. The last wine is another cellar selection, and it's El Marinetto Brunello di Montalcino, 2010. And 2010 is a great vintage for Brunello. And this vineyard, I've liked this vineyard, and there's a lot of different Brunellos, and they're very expensive. And I like maybe 10 that I can pick out that I really like. And this is one of them. And the 10 is delicious, elegant, very balanced. You get the orange peel from the Sangiovese Grosso grape and a little tobacco, but so elegant and refined. And it is not a wine of the sun like a lot of the Brunellos are that grown on the lower levels. This wine is balanced and very delicious, the 2010. So that's it for today.